Welcome back again to Recap Kickback presents the Flavor of Love Kickback for Season 1, Episode 8. One of the greatest reality TV moments of all time, bar none. And with me, someone who just experienced this for the first time ever, Chantele. Welcome to the real world. I feel like you're a new person now.
I actually can't believe that I didn't know what was coming. Like like I'm still kind of shocked that I've been hidden from this moment for 25 years. I love talking about this show with you. I thought that this episode on a whole was so good, and I'm kind of sad that this season's almost over, but I'm really happy that there's more uncharted territories that I have not experienced yet that we still get to dive into. So happy and sad.
Yeah, this is one of the greatest episodes of reality TV ever, because it is, if there was any question about whether or not Tiffany New York Pollard would be an icon, this is like the thing that solidifies her in the realm of reality TV. Like if there was a question if she would ever be on another show, like it is this moment. It sucks that it comes at her expense, but without this moment, there's questions about whether or not she would come back. I've been arguing all season that like Hottie is a bigger character than New York for most of the season, but Hottie doesn't have one of these. Hottie's chicken is now not even close to the most shocking thing you just watched on Flavor of Love. And Chantele, you did me a service. I said I would love to watch your reaction, and Chantele, you guys, she went and recorded her reaction, her first watch of this. And so if you don't mind, chat, we're going to watch Chantele watch this moment, okay? Because
do you see that
so
Megan in the chat here is like, oh, I wish that you recorded your reaction. No, you got your wish, lady.
You think we did it? Oh, Megan, it's going down. Okay, so before we even get into the episodes and stuff like that, we're just going to add to stage here Chantele looking so innocent. So pure.
I'm just thinking, like, I had this anticipation. I'm like, what's gonna happen? What's coming? I'm like, oh my god, it's almost over. Like, what's like? I legit was shocked.
Yeah. So we're just gonna talk through this as we watch it. Okay. So I'm gonna hit play.
Here for TV than me. I didn't even know you did a blind date until spoke with your moms. Why hide from me? Don't hide the vibe.
I wasn't hiding it from you.
But you never.
Okay, first things first. Pumpkin says she was never hiding this from Flav. We know that is not the case. She was. She definitely was. And so at this point, you're like thinking what?
Oh my god, we're gonna frame for frame of what I was thinking. That's hilarious.
I love that you in New York are like standing by each other because y'all are cousins.
Hey, come back. Wait. Hold on.
You just disrespected me.
First of all, I did not disrespect you, love.
Yes, you did.
Oh, no, you disrespected me by holding information from me.
If you would have asked, I would have told you. Everybody else in the house knew.
Why do I?
Okay, Chantele, everybody else in the house knew. Do you feel like that's a good argument for why Pumpkin would not have shared this with Flav?
That's definitely not a good argument. We know that he likes honesty. That moment with Hottie, she was like, oh, I'm not going to tell him because look at that. Hottie just got kicked out for the same thing. So it was deceitful. And the fact that she's pretending like she wasn't being deceitful is crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Bitch tries to call me out. She's telling Flav that I'm an aspiring actress, which I am, but I've been real with Flav the whole time. That's why.
Okay. New York, also an aspiring actress. We do not get New York's television or film career in acting, but I mean, she made a name for herself this season.
Have we looked? Have we looked at her IMDb?
I think if New York was acting in a lot of stuff, we would know. She's just like, after this moment, I think she becomes too big to be an actress in a weird way. Like,
right, to reality TV, because it's like people didn't think of reality TV being a good gateway for film and television, like legit actors.
Right.
So I can see that maybe that kibosh that career choice.
Right. She becomes like almost like the most A-list reality star, but which makes her like almost like the most D-list celeb, actor. It's like, it kind of like, it almost lowers the brand, I think, if you have like a reality star, especially someone known for a show like Flavor of Love.
At this point. Now it's a little different, but then, yeah.
Exactly. All right.
Okay. Bye, Pumpkin. Your opinion doesn't count. You're getting the door right now.
I was shocked because
"Bye Pumpkin" is one of my favorite lines from this entire season. Because "Bye Pumpkin, bye Pumpkin," so good. I still say that to this day. Okay. We don't care about what Flav is talking
really
about. He's upset
at each other.
You know what? At least I didn't gain 20 pounds being on the show, you fat ass transvestite looking bitch. Better than you making.
Okay. Chantele, you look intrigued.
I'm just like, what the hell is going on though? Like, I'm just feeling like okay, like a fight's gonna happen. Like, what is going to happen right now? I haven't noticed that she's gained any weight. I think she looks great.
Well,
I think she has a fabulous body.
Well, don't ask her mom, Sister Patterson, because she definitely.
Oh, well, we'll get into that.
We'll get to that.
Wow.
So Pumpkin comes back and hugs Hoops. She did not have to come back. She had already been eliminated. She could have gone out, but she doubled back to hug Hoops just so she could get a couple more jabs in.
I'm not. You're bigger. Okay. Okay. I love you. Me too.
Get her out of here.
Okay.
Actually, I can suck the
Okay. These are famous last words. She tells New York, actually, I could slap the shit out of you right now because I'm already eliminated. I'm going home anyway. New York will respond, do it. Slap me, bitch. Now, Chantele, did you think they were going to fight?
I thought maybe. Because,
Yeah.
But like, I thought that if they actually like really, really, really fought, I would have heard about that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And she would have probably been kicked off the show. Like, they both would have been kicked off or whatever. So I figured that a fight didn't fully happen, but I was worried that it was going to go to blows.
Well, let's see what happens.
Do it! Slap me, bitch!
Chantele! Dog!
We're going to rewind. I feel it.
Take you out.
Because I'm scared.
Oh my god. Let's just go. Let's keep it easy.
When you're eliminated, you're gonna spit in my hair. What? She spit in my face. I don't play that.
Now you gotta go for real.
Chantele, close your mouth.
That was real.
You are catching flies. Chantele.
Just look at my eyes starting back and forth.
Okay, we're gonna do it one more time for the chat, just because it's just that iconic. I mean, okay.
Do I make it to the thumbnail?
I think you might be on the thumbnail from now on.
Do it! Slap me, bitch!
It's the sounds you're making. New York taking her shoe off because she thought she was gonna have to chase Pumpkin down and beat her ass is crazy. It's so good. The fact that Pumpkin tried to spit and run, she and tried to take off. Lady, you lucky New York didn't spear you into the next room.
She could have lost her life there. Like, that was beyond a bold move. That was like a risky life, threatening move.
Okay. So we got our good reaction here from Chantele. Chantele, you've now seen the spit heard around the world.
I can't believe I never knew. I never knew. I never knew.
I have no words. I remember when this happened. I went to school. I was in high school. I went to school and I was like, so tell me y'all saw I Love You. Tell me y'all saw Flavor of Love on Me. Tell me y'all saw it. Tell me.
Did everybody watch it or no?
Everybody.
Okay.
It was the only thing people were talking about. There was nothing else to discuss in the world. It was the world stood still in this moment. And now we have Chantel's reaction on record to the
So
end
that's
of time.
my reaction would have been if I was at home 20 years ago watching it, and nobody would have gotten to see it. So
Yeah. So now
I guess
we have
this is my gift to the world.
And what a gift. What a gift this show has given. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. The reality TV does not do this anymore. If you spit somebody, that's basically an assault charge. You know, like you're getting the boot, and people like New York might press charges in 2025, right? Like, but this is a different era. No one had ever done this before, and like people weren't fighting on reality TV like that either. So it wasn't like it was commonplace for you to do something and somebody just like haul off and just hit you, you know? And so for her,
who's done it recently though? Do you remember a recent spit in someone's face?
Oh no, not spit. Do you?
On X on the Beach.
Oh,
Corey and his girl Taylor. Remember? She was standing over the ledge of like the second floor, like the kind of like a balcony or like a whatever the railing is. And she was fighting with Alicia. So remember, like really pretty Alicia? And like Alicia had something with Corey at one point and whatever. She like and spits over the balcony onto Alicia on X on the Beach.
Did Alicia run up the stairs and drag her ass into the ground?
I think she tried to, and then people like held her back and stuff like that. She's like, no, she fucking spit. Like, you know, like,
yeah.
But I don't think she got to her because she was so far away. But like, it was really bad. It's so gross. It's such a gross move.
It's probably the lowest thing you could do to somebody in like if you are upset with them, like on like just because it's almost bioterrorism. New York will go on to say that Pumpkin's breath smelled like ass. Like, you know, you just can't spit on somebody. I'm sorry, it's nasty, but it made this season the icon. Like it. If this season wasn't getting renewed for season 2, absolutely.
They're like, okay, let's renew that now. Okay,
let's pull it back up. So
locked it in.
We started at the end, but look at us. We have these women, and we've now narrowed it down to the spit heard around the world. This image, Chantele, they played it on VH1 every week. They played this on countdowns, like with top reality TV moments.
I never watched VH1. I didn't get VH1 until like, I don't know, maybe the 2010s. Like that's when there was a station in like a network in Canada that carried it. It was a long time before I was able to watch VH1 stuff. So I never caught on. And like I remember I used to download episodes and videos and stuff like that. Like I was into that in the early aughts, but I don't know why I never ended up doing this one.
Yeah, this one's different, man. We got the chat is very active today for this momentous occasion. Sky said, I think people who spit on others are the bottom of the barrel. Like, ain't no way. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way. Chantele, I watched an interview with Goldie. I think it's one of the interviews that one of our listeners put in the comments or whatever, or maybe it was the one you sent me.
I didn't see because I don't look in the comments anymore because I don't want to get in trouble.
Goldie said she's like, New York should have beat the hell out of Pumpkin. She said the fact that New York didn't beat the hell out of Pumpkin goes to show that New York had a lot more restraint and could see the vision of what she could be as far as like being with Flav or being famous, whatever the case may be. She knew better. Goldie said she would not have known better. Goldie would have beat her ass. And I think a lot of people.
I think Goldie would have for too.
I think a lot of people. Like, had she spat on hoops,
like I don't even get into fights, and like if someone spat on me, I would have punched them in the face, and like I would pummel them to the ground. Like it just with rage would like just come over me. I'd just be like, Argh! Like I just like it, I wouldn't be able to hold myself back. I would seriously see red and get angry.
Right. Mel's talking about how she's so proud of New York. Thundercat says it's one of the few times where I said New York is better than me. And I mean, I stand by that to this day. To this day, I'm like, I don't wish somebody would, because I would hate to see what I have to do at that point. Right. Like, it's like, you do that to me. I don't even know who I'm going to become in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And this happened to New York on TV. So if you thought this was a scripted show, you found out very quickly that it was not, because the way the producers zoom in on that spit hit her right in the mouth, like she spit in. Bleh. So there you have it. we need to talk about how we got there. Chantele, we start off with our final 3 contestants. Look at them.
Look at
So
them.
young, so
Look
pure.
at them. Oh my God. And I just remember you asked me at the beginning of the season who I thought the final 3 were going to be. I did feel like Pumpkin was going to be far and was going to have like a significant purpose in the show. I did not know this is what you meant. What was going to happen. I had no idea that I was going to be seeing her in that light.
Yeah, Pumpkin and New York are kind of tied together in reality history. It's like Batman and the Joker. It's like they can never shake each other. New York has gone on to make a really big career for herself, and Pumpkin did not. But make no mistake, when you think of New York, you are supposed to think about Pumpkin. And Hoops is here too. So, like you said, we started off. I put them next to each other because they have to be. But we started off with our top 20 contestants, and we're down to our final 3, and now our final 2. As we get down to the end of this episode. But in this episode, Chantele, we got to meet the families of the people who were of the contestants here. Okay. So it's like you had mentioned family visits, like how on The Bachelor they go to the hometown visits. But this way they flew them out to come visit them at the mansion. Which one do you prefer?
Well, they actually usually do both on The Bachelor. So the final 4 is usually hometown. So he visits the hometown he or she final 4 contestants' family. And then the final 3, they all meet his family. So it's usually they're at like a tropical place or something like that. His family comes in and then they all meet his family. So both do happen. I do love this because I want to see all these ladies' family. I hope that we get to see Flav's family and he has 6 children right now, maybe some of his kids.
Yeah, well, we met his mom once. We did meet Flav's mom, Miss Anna Drayton, and so this time the shoe was on the other foot, and we will meet the women's moms. And so first up, we meet Pumpkin's mom. Twins. I'll call her Mrs. Pumpkin for this occasion. Pumpkin was very nervous. She says her mom could say anything, and she's not as open-minded as Pumpkin is. Pumpkin says she's not going to start rapping and trying to fit in like Pumpkin did, and we saw that throughout the season. Pumpkin definitely was trying to get in with the women. We remember Pumpkin with the vacation braids. That was a thing that happened too. And Flav says Pumpkin's mom is cool. He likes her. What do you think about meeting Pumpkin's mom? They do look a lot alike.
Well, when she was saying she was worried about what her mom would say, I was like, is that code for her mom is slightly racist? Just curious.
Yeah.
Curious.
I think her mom was just very confused because it doesn't look like her mom is aware that Flavor Flav is a person. She doesn't know this man.
No, definitely not on her playlist or in her vision as to who she wants to see with her daughter. I find that they also sound a lot alike. If I wasn't looking at the screen, I was like, is that Pumpkin or is that her mom? And so I thought that they sounded a lot alike, which is also really interesting when you see genes that are so prominent. She was definitely her mother's daughter. I mean, she was a pretty good sport, I would say. She doesn't think of her daughter. Well, what was it that she was like? She didn't think that her daughter would do anything with Flav overnight in the room. But then I'm like, didn't she watch the blind date episode? Didn't she? So.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't know if she knows what Pumpkin be doing because she definitely said I don't think anything. My daughter wouldn't go there with Flav so early on. I'm like, your daughter definitely is about that life, and but so it was a bad episode for Pumpkin overall. Honestly, when they were getting ready for their date, New York has now started to do the move where you pull Flav to the side, try to get a little one-on-one action. So despite all this stuff going on, I do like to see that her head is still in the game.
And that's a smart thing to do. Remember me. I know you're going off on another date, but you're going to have to remember me and think about my lips on your lips while you're talking to another woman. So yeah, that she's playing the game, playing it well, and doing exactly what she knows that Flava Flav is going to like. He loves a little bit of kissing action, a little hands, so.
Oh yeah. We know Flav is a touchy guy. I will say that. Maybe that's a good way to put it. So they do end up going to the salon. He gets his runaway slave feet done. That's what his words, not mine. And then Terry, Mama Pumpkin, pulls out a sheet of paper. And it's a list of things that she wanted to ask Flav. Now, I don't think this is inappropriate because I do think if your daughter is now going on TV to date some man that you do not know, you definitely have questions, right? So she's asking, what are your intentions with my daughter? She asked about the private date they have in the suite. And this is when she says, knowing my daughter, it probably wasn't a lot going on in that suite.
Yeah, I think this is fair. I'm sure that Pumpkin would have liked her to maybe go over these questions with her so she could be like, okay, maybe don't ask this or don't ask that. But as a mom coming on a show, I think it's appropriate. I'm fine with this.
Yeah. Austin in the chat says, will we see recaps of season 2 Charm School, season 1 of you? Yes, we're gonna do everything we can. Okay, if we can find it, we're gonna talk about it. So no worries about that. We got a lot to cover. Next up, we find out that Hoops is going to get the next date, and this is not exactly well, hold on, pause. We're skipping one thing. The one other question if Pumpkin and Flav have to address is because Flav asked Pumpkin's mom, how do you feel about Pumpkin doing this type of show? And she says, oh, well, this isn't the first time she's done a show like this. And this is when Flav finds out that Pumpkin has done Street Smarts, Family Feud, Friend of Flo, Blind Date, and I think one other show. So she's done a lot of TV, not just Blind Date. She's actually kind of got a little kind of side career as a reality TV contestant. But Chantele, I feel like you've done a lot of shows. Like, you're an actress, but I don't think that, like, I don't know. This doesn't feel like the same to me. It does feel like she's kind of chasing TV.
Well, I think it's the time of, like, it's the beginning when reality TV was like kind of new. Like that is quite a bit of shows to have been on, to be claiming that you're not there to be on another show. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a little bit different, I would say, with maybe competitive reality shows, because there's a prize there. So like, it's kind of like the new era game show. It's like going on The Price is Right and going on, you know, Let's Make a Deal and going on Family Feud. Like, they're all for money. And so, like, I don't really mind somebody going on a bunch of game shows. The dating show thing, though, it kind of makes me feel as though they're there for the clicks, the likes, the success, the clout. A little bit.
It does sound like it.
Because like, can it always be authentic every single time? Right?
Right. Like, are you like okay, you show up not knowing who you're about to date, then you give it your best, but like none of these dating shows have paid off for you at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, okay, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Reality TV wasn't like, this wasn't like 20 years in. You know, this is still kind of the early days of these types of shows. Don't get me wrong, dating shows have been around for a long time, but for her to have done so much, she literally says, it's not like I'm trying to get on TV. I've just been on like 4 game shows, then Blind Date, then a talk show, and now this. Like, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, what was the talk show?
She never said. She just said 4 game shows, Blind Date, a talk show, and this. That's a lot of TV.
She's been on Dr. Phil.
She's been on TV more than me. Like, yeah, so like, you know, like, I work in the industry. You know? So I don't know. I feel like that's a lot.
But to her point, her credit, I do believe that as soon as you've been on one show, and if it's the same casting group, they might come back to the well and ask if you're willing to do this. And so once she was in, I wouldn't be surprised if people started, you know, just asking her, or using her, or bumping her ahead in the process. And she's probably like, sure, yeah, of course. And so we'll give her a little bit of grace there, that it was possible that she was kind of maybe poached for a couple of them.
Yeah, but how do you feel about her not telling Flav? Do you think this is pertinent information?
Absolutely. I mean, maybe not before the Hottie incident, but as soon as the Hottie incident happened, you'd be like, oh, okay, this is something that means something to him. Be like, hey, I was also on Blind Date. I still love you, but I was on that show.
No, that makes total sense. I agree with that. Like, if you didn't think it was important to tell him at the point where he expresses that he doesn't like it from Hottie, I think you have to go ahead and just come clean, you know, but that would be difficult to do. So anyway, they get through their date. It's fine. And we get Pumpkin coming home and, you know, kind of like reeling from the day, trying to figure things out. And she talks to New York. New York asked Pumpkin the most polite, I think just the most polite interaction we've ever gotten from New York and Pumpkin. She's like, oh my God, how was your date? And although she
Your
sounds
New York impersonation makes my life. Like, you're so good at it. You sound so much like her. It's so
she's like,
funny.
how was your evening, Pumpkin? It's because it's so fake. The voice, that's why I can do it, is because I know she's putting on a fake voice. Because she tells us she's just trying to get information out of her. She doesn't actually care. She's even asking her about her nails. Like, she does not give a damn about Pumpkin's nails, right?
Yeah, like, oh,
And
Mary
so,
Topcoat.
right, exactly. Oh, stop it. Stop playing. So Pumpkin tells New York that her date went well and that Hoops is up next. And we get another iconic New York GIF. I love this part of the show. This one, my girl was in hell. She said, wait. So wait. They're going on a date? Like the two of them right now? They're going on a date together. It's going to be them? Like, she is... Now you've met Crazy New York. Now, this is the arc of Crazy New York. Prior to this was calculated New York. You might have gotten like New York, mean New York even. But we're about to get stressed out New York. And this person is the one that you will go to know and like know parts of, I guess, throughout her career. Because why is she acting like this just because she's not second?
I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe she knows she's on TV. And I think I said this maybe last week or the week before, that her producers are probably like, yeah, give us more, bigger, like, go for it. We're eating it up. Like, oh my, like, and I think they might be gassing up her reactions and like loving it. She might hear producers laughing in the background, which is like, that gives you energy, or being like, oh yeah, go. Like, keep on going. And so I feel like she must be encouraged to take it to the 10 as opposed to keeping it small at like a 2. So I have to think that that's the case, because otherwise it's just so unhinged.
Yeah, she says, what are you talking about? Are you serious to me right now? Are you serious right now? She says, don't tell me that. Don't tell me. She's going on a date right now. And then she, in confessional, says it hurts her, it saddens her, but sometimes you do have to save the best for last. And so Hoops and her mom are going to be first. Before New York. And when Hoops' mom shows up, New York and Pumpkin are aghast at how young Hoops' mom looks. Pumpkin's actually very relieved that Hoops has a white mom too, because Pumpkin thought that she was going to be the only one whose mom showed up not really knowing about Flavor Flav. But Hoops' mom kind of feels like not only does she know Flavor Flav, but she kind of likes him a lot.
She knows Flavor Flav and likes Flavor Flav because it seems as though she likes black men. And so I'm sure that she is familiar with who Flavor Flav is. I also think that they look a lot alike, which is hilarious. Yeah. And throughout the date, it seems like she would be willing to have her daughter's sloppy seconds if she wasn't interested anymore. So yeah, she liked Flav.
Oh yeah, a lot. New York says, at first, she was really impressed at Hoops' mom, but when she got closer, she realized she was a full-on Monet. She pulled a Clueless reference out. She said, it's like the painting you see from far away. It's okay, but up close, it's a big old mess.
I don't agree, but like, I love a Clueless reference. It's my favorite movie of the 90s.
New York couldn't remember the Monet. She was like, it's like this artist. I was like, I know what you're doing. I know you're doing the share. Which is crazy, because again, New York is talking about this woman's mama. Like, New York, if Hoops see you on the street and just like, if Hoops spit on you, I'm sorry, I can't defend. You can't talk about people's mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not where I come from. That's not on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Hoops ran up on her in the street, what is she supposed to do? I have to take Hoops' side.
You would have to take Hoops' side.
You got to.
So she was nice to her mom and to her face. She I think she even hugged her, right? So.
No, she didn't hug her, but she definitely spoke. Pumpkin ran down. Her and Hoops are girls. They love each other. So you're right. They end up going on a date. Hoops is very concerned because she's like, I don't know, my mama do like to date my exes, or has like tried to holler at my boyfriends before, which is funny but also odd.
That's terrible. That's so it's just kind of shitty to be like, oh, gotta be worried about my mom. Like all the women in the world, like your mom stealing your boyfriend. Like, that sucks.
Flav is kind of into Hoops' mom too. He's like, she's banging. He takes them to dinner. They go to medieval times. Have you ever been to a medieval times? Do they have that in Canada?
They have it in Canada. Oh my God, let's go next. If you're going to be here next summer, right? We should go.
I'm supposed to be there. Yeah, I'm supposed to try to go. So like, yeah, I like medieval time. I went when I was little. Like I haven't been in years. I didn't even know they still had them.
I feel like I've been, but I don't know for sure. It's one of those things that like, it's not crazy, but like, I don't remember specifically, but I can't believe that I haven't. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So
And-
I'm not sure, but there's one here.
And if there was any concern about Hoops and her mom or Hoops' mom liking Flav, then I think by the end of the night, it does kind of seem like, why is she cozying up to him? Yeah, Hoops looks like she could not look. She looks like they went on a date, the three of them, and he's clearly picked, her mom. Like if he gave her mom a clock, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, it'd be like, do you want to join the competition? Like that would have been a crazy move. Yeah, he definitely looks like he's into his mom. I guess they're also pretty close to the same age, likely, or maybe she's definitely closer to his age than Hoops is.
Right, which makes total sense. So there's a moment where Flav comes home, and I think Pumpkin is waiting for him, right? And she's trying to get closer. I think they've already consummated whatever this relationship is, and so she's kind of back for round 2 because I think at this point you got to see it through, right? You're at the final 3. If you've done it once, you know, do your thing. You broke the seal, if you will. And so she's trying to get it going again, and he's not interested at all. He's like, I got to drop the kids off at the pool. I'm really trying to spend some time alone or with Hoops now, because the blind date thing got right under his skin. And I don't think Pumpkin realizes how annoyed he is at her.
Well, I think she has an idea, like energetically. That's why she's trying to like come on to him and like, you know, like have a little bit of a romantic moment. But if anybody says to me like, I gotta go drop the kids off at the pool when I'm trying to make out with them, that's like, okay, but it's over.
Yeah.
Done.
And she does end up having a little nightcap with Hoops. They have a nice little bubble bath. Hoops ends up leaving. Hoops still ain't giving Flav the goodies. You know, she's like, I'm good. You know, we can kiss and all that kind of stuff, but she's just not gonna do it for everybody. And she's like, if Pumpkin want to do that, that's her business. But Hoops not into it.
And I'm totally fine with that. It's if she changes up that Flav doesn't like. So she stayed pretty consistent, and I think that Flav likes that. And she seemingly has been honest as well, right?
Yeah. Also, the chat is pointing out that maybe Pumpkin didn't catch on to the poop reference. Yeah, he wanted to go drop the kids off at the pool is definitely a poop reference. It's like dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl. There's a bunch of really
I've never heard
ways.
that one. Thank you.
Well, the Browns ain't ever gonna be in the Super Bowl, so if someone tells you that, then you have to know that they're talking about something else. But yeah, he does say it twice to try to get him off of her, get her off of him.
Where was that reference first happened? Like what? Like it was a movie or a TV show?
Drop the kids off at the pool?
Mm-hmm. I
don't know.
A long time ago, but like,
yeah, I don't know.
Chad, where does it first reference?
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. It came up from Quinn on the slop yesterday as well, Chantele. So this is twice in 1 week we've been using this reference.
Whoa!
Yeah, so check out the slop on RHAP if you haven't already. Blah blah blah.
But does that mean something? Is that like
drop the kids off the pool? He had to poop.
But like synchronicities, like like why
it's a shitty week?
Yeah, shitty week.
It's a shitty week. At least it is. All right, but like maybe people like it. Okay. We also get New York. This is going to be a subplot here in this storyline. She is eating herself to sleep. She's very sad. We get like a glimpse of her outside of the room when Hoops and Flav are inside there taking a bath. Like she's just going through. She's pacing. She's making herself a big ass sandwich. I think she cries herself to sleep in the sandwich. So New York has been eating, and she's like, yeah, I might be gaining a little weight, but it's just because she eats her feelings. And if you didn't notice, you're definitely going to notice now, because her mom is up next, and the introduction of not Mama Hoops, not Mama Pumpkin, but Sister Patterson is also a moment that a lot of people never forget. Chantele, what did you think about New York's mom, Sister Patterson?
I mean, she's gorgeous, but I was actually shocked. I thought that she was going to be more like New York, and like she's completely the opposite of what we've seen of New York so far. And so they definitely seem like they come from a pretty classy, well-off family life. She seems a little quite strict. I love that she smokes though. I thought she was like a great character, and I'm surprised that she didn't get a spin-off show as well, because she has personality.
Yeah, so I think the thing with Sister Patterson is that she raised New York to have standards, and she does not believe that Flavor Flav is up to those standards. And so I think that in any other situation, New York and her are probably in lockstep, right? They're probably the ones that are telling somebody they gained a lot of weight, telling somebody not to be ridiculous, But New York feels like she's rebelling, right? Like that her mom is like, we gave you all these things, Tiffany. This is how we want you to act. And she's like, but I love him. I love him so much. You know, like so.
Now, her mom though, when she was going on about loving him, she's like, this is her face.
This is look. She's disgusted. She's asking Flav about the artwork. She's calling it demonic. Flav is already picking up that New York's mom has no interest in him. There's even moments where she's like, so what is up with this art? You know, what's this painting like? And Flav tried to explain it, but New York steps in. She's like, don't explain it to me, Tiffany. You don't explain it to me. And then she's like, you approve of this? This is what you like? This is what you want in your home? Like, she's disgusted. I think she asked if she's like, you want to spend the rest of your life with this man? Are you out of your mind? Like, she is not about this at all. She thinks, I don't know what she thinks has happened to New York, but she doesn't like this.
And just like seeing New York just like reacting, just like I know that it's probably really is out of character, and her mom probably does see like, what is going on here? Have you lost your mind? It was honestly really very entertaining, because just seeing that her mom is like, who is this woman that's pretending to be my daughter right now? Because this is not who I raised. This is not Tiffany. I guess it's New York, not Tiffany.
Yeah. G points out that mom was making some point. She does ask Flav how old he is. He says he's 46. New York, who is in her 20s, I believe, at this time. It's a big age gap. And so, I mean, she tells him to his face, you're kind of old. And then she looks over to New York and she says, you look fat. And Mama, I just have to adjust to seeing you fat. Because I haven't, she's like, I'm the victim here. I'm not prepared to see you fat. So, it's not my fault that I'm calling you fat. New York's mom is absurd. And New York says she can't believe her mom had the audacity. She had the audacity to call her fat no less than 6 times in front of Flavor Flav.
Yeah, it's like she can do it behind closed doors, but just not in front of my man.
In front of her man. Yeah, she doesn't want this to affect Flav's opinion of her. Now, Flav does defend her. He says, like, no, she looks banging. Like, her body is good. And Sister Patterson's like, well, shut up. Like, she has no interest in what they're talking about at all. So Flav is ready to get away from Sister Patterson. He decides that he's going to go play tennis with Mr. Patterson. Alex, I believe is his name. We do not get a lot from him. He seems like a lovely guy. He's like, I like Flav. He seems nice. I think he'd be a good son-in-law if it came to that. But Sister Patterson's like, Alex, don't go easy on him. She calls Flav a buffoon. She doesn't want New York to be seen with a 46-year-old man with a clock on. And New York again is distraught. She says that she loves him. And I don't know. It's just, she's like, oh, what is it? She goes, he's a wonderful man. And Sister Patterson is disgusted. Oh my God. Look at this.
She's not impressed at all. Like, she probably thought that she was on The Bachelor or something with like some eligible bachelor that's like a prince, or like, he owns a winery, or you know what I mean? All these, like, the bachelors of the early days were actually eligible bachelors. And so she thought that she's coming to meet some prince, and it's a different person. It's not Prince, it's Flav.
It's Flav. Thundercats in the chat says, we might need to bring Sister Patterson to House of Villains. You know, just since New York is a staple there. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Imagine House of Villains had their moms come for a visit.
Just so we can get Sister Patterson. That's really all it takes. That's all I want.
I mean, I wonder if other mothers are villainous.
Oh yeah, that would be fun if the moms are just as villainous as the actual kids or whatever, or the villains. That would be cool. New York also says that she can see herself marrying Flav, and I believe Sister Patterson's response was, "You didn't say marriage. I know you didn't say marriage. That's never gonna happen. ever. Tiffany, ever in a million years, ever." And you could just see kind of like the life leaving New York's like face, because I think this is a worst case scenario for her. She's about to potentially win Flavor of Love, and her mom is like, "I'm taking you home."
Basically, like pulling her by her ears. She's like, "Oh, Mom." I think there must be a little bit of a facade that must be going on, that her mom is just like trying to like, "Come on, get out of wake up." But her mom, like for New York, she's ruining it for her. So
yeah.
If New York is playing any sort of game, like she's probably hoping that her mom would catch on and be like, "Okay, let's help me win this easily. Okay, like I want to get to the end. I want to win. I want to be." And her mom's like, "I'm not playing this game with you. Like, I do not condone this. Snap out of it."
Yeah, she says that she loves him. "You're not going to take him away from me." She said, I'm not going to fool with destiny. I'm not going to fool with fate, is what she says. Okay. Now I have to ask, where are you on the New York loves Flav meter? Okay, is this all the way 10? Is she all the way in it? Is she in too deep at this point?
She's definitely in too deep. Mm-hmm. Now, with their mom's reaction, it does lead me to believe that there's a bit of it that might be feigned or kind of exaggerated. Mm-hmm. And so it does make me question a little bit, like her actions and antics. Like, is it all for show, or is it really love? So I believe it's at a 10, but like I do question it because of the mom's reaction, especially.
I question it less because of her dad's reaction. He actually seems very supportive. He's not like, "Why you tripping? You know, like, what are you doing?" You know, he's kind of like, "Okay, if this is the guy you like, let's do it." He doesn't seem to be as annoyed. I feel like New York and her mom are probably about the same. And then their dad is like the most chill person on earth, right? And you kind of have to be I think you have to be with New York or Sister Patterson, right? Where it's like, I'm cool with playing in the background. I'm good, just handling my business. You can throw your fits, rant, rave, cry, laugh, be you. And I think that for him, he's like, "No, this is about right." Like, he's like, I think for him, he doesn't see too much of this. So I'll give her a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt here. But Flav's happy. He gets along with Alex, but he's not going to kiss Sister Patterson's ass. And so eventually he gives up trying to connect with her altogether. Sister Patterson says to New York, "Keep Jesus with you, and he'll lead you the right way." Flav is not anything that she would want her daughter to be with. Those are her exact words. And so New York thinks that her mom may ruin her chance of being with Flav. And Sister Patterson leaves New York saying that she's making a terrible mistake and that this is not going to end well. Do you think that the interaction that Sister Patterson had with Flavor Flav is going to hinder New York's chances of winning this competition?
Maybe winning, but I did still remember about Pumpkin. I was still thinking, I'm like, it will be down to them being the final two, but I think that she will eke it out because of that blind date episode. That, like, I just knew that hadn't been resolved yet. He hadn't confronted her about that yet. We saw that he wasn't really engaging with her kind of sexually the day before, whatever it was. And so I knew that she was going to be safe. I don't know if she'll win though, because Hoops hasn't really had anything to mar their relationship. Like, everything's gone pretty smoothly. I don't think any lies have happened. He got along with the mom, or the mom likes, like, maybe he'll have a chance with the mom if it doesn't work out with Hoops. Like, so it's like kind of a 2-for-1. So yeah, I don't know if New York will win, but I think I thought she was going to win this episode.
Yeah. Like, okay. So yeah. So we get to our final three. And we get a few good quotes. You know, I love a quote. Hoop says, everything about New York makes me want to throw up. You're not that cute. I don't see it. Ugh. Pumpkin says, New York wears cologne instead of perfume because men think it's sexy that they can smell themselves. No, this bitch has lost it. And New York says, they're both lesbians. Pumpkin would be the lipstick lesbian and Hoops would be, the man. So
now, to her point, I did see when Hoops was on the couch, she was sitting in a less feminine sort of way that I could. It was just kind of like sprawled with her legs kind of spread. Like, it was the stud-like behavior. So maybe if she's kind of positioning her body in this way around the house, I could see maybe how New York might pick up on that. But from what we see, for the most part, I do not see her as a lesbian.
I just love that it has gotten so just like mean amongst these women. Like, the producers are like, so what do you think about New York? Tell me about Pumpkin.
She's disgusting. She's a man. She's a trans. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Right. They're eating it up. They're just giving them whatever they want. And so, of course, we see Hoops get the first clock. Pumpkin and New York get brought down as the final two contestants here who do not have clocks. And Flav says, let me stop you right there, Pumpkin. You've been on blind date. You didn't tell me about it. You kept it away from me. And I don't like that. I like people who are real with me. And so he eliminates Pumpkin. She walks out and then the altercation starts. She ends up coming back telling Flav, like, I felt disrespected. She's crying. Flav is like, you disrespected me. Everybody in my house knew that you were on blind date except me. Why didn't you tell me? It's my house. I think he's making valid points. And so there's a little back and forth. She says like, oh, well, make sure you pick Hoops because don't pick New York. Hoops is the realest one here. New York is a fake. And New York's like, I'm sorry, did you address me? Which is also one of my favorite moments from her. She's like, excuse me? Did you address excuse me? Of course, leading Pumpkin to come back, hug Hoops, and then we get to the altercation that we gotta watch it one more time. At this point, if they're gonna shut us down, they're gonna shut us down. But we gotta watch the altercation again because it really it hits different, So we did get a few flashes of what, the past things, the good moments between Pumpkin and Flav, but all of that will be overshadowed once we see Pumpkin and what she decides to do in this moment. So I'm going to share our screen one last time and we're going to enjoy, because you just got to have this moment. Chantele, I'm so happy that you recorded this. This is probably better than the original footage. All right. So back again.
You know what? You know what? You are just as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside. Hoops, I wish you the best of luck, baby. If you want a real girl, pick Hoops because she's the real girl, okay?
Bye, Pumpkin. Your opinion doesn't count. You're getting the door right now.
I was shocked because New York and Pumpkin really getting heated at each other.
You know what? At least I didn't gain 20 pounds being on the show, you fat ass transvestite looking bitch.
Better than you making
These people are mean. Okay,
so mean.
Right now, yes, the hell I
did. Bitch play.
Bye, Pumpkin.
Bye, Pumpkin.
New York and Pumpkin, they started going back and forth. It was crazy.
He said I don't look like a pumpkin. Give me a hug.
Bitch, you look like a man and you need that facelift and get rid of crow's feet with that.
I don't even pay no attention. I'm not. You're bigger. Okay? Okay. I love you.
Make your exit.
Get her out of here.
Okay.
Actually, I can slap the
go on. Do it! Slap me, bitch.
Will take you out. There are so many good quotes in there. Okay, so many good quotes. Bitch, I will take you out. That's like it's so funny to me.
But like any of her like soft New York voice
gone.
is gone.
She
was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Let's get.
I think Pumpkin got scared though.
Yeah, after her face hits the camera, we're not talking about the push enough. The look on Pumpkin's face. She really thought she was gonna get away with this. Bow. Like what? And Flav in the background like, yeah, you got to go now. Like, what? She was already gone. Let's get into more of New York's
Eliminated,
reaction.
you're gonna spit in my hair.
Check this out.
What? She spit in my face. I don't play that.
Now you gotta go for real. That was up. That was real right there.
I just want to go home.
That's I'm like,
Now, you know the producers were chasing Pumpkin down. Like, last words, final words, anything? Can you share anything? How do you feel now? Like, you know they were. Because why is this lady doing all these confessionals in full tears?
I can't even breathe.
Pumpkin, question, why are you crying? You're not the victim here. You spat on this lady and got away with it.
I think it's the adrenaline is going, you know, like she got caught. He called her out. She was pissed. Her veneer came off as well, right? Like her mask was gone. And like she was a little bit of a bitch, and like I mean, we knew that she kind of had a little bit of that in her, but everybody was always kind of playing a little bit softer than they really are, and like, oh, she's ugly, but like, no, this was like her real self came through, and it was like,
yeah,
the girl I spit on. He's clearly so fake. Like he's trying to like make an excuse. I can't even talk. I can't even breathe.
Pumpkin, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for you. You cannot start the fight and then get mad. You know, I just don't. I will never agree with that. If you start the fight, you're that's it. You started it. You deserve whatever you get. We get, of course, some more. We're just gonna go through this whole scene. New York doubles back to Chantele because she realizes that it actually hit her in the face. Like, yeah, that's like, the moment. Tina, look, not Gina. Tina, look, New York even realizes that it hit her in the mouth. That's why you see her holding it. She's going to keep having that moment. She thought it was her hair, and now she's realizing that she can kind of taste it a little bit.
Shit, I get disrespected in the worst way. You know what I mean?
Chantele, you're still reacting.
And a little tiny bit.
I'm reacting, even reacting right now.
That bitch's ass, and I mean it. And that bitch breath stinks too. I smell all in my hair.
Check this out. Check this out. Listen.
Oh my
goodness.
Listen.
Do you smell that shit?
Her breath smelled like straight up. It smelled like a toilet full of nasty ass. Okay.
Don't move.
Okay. That's enough. That will cover basically everything you needed to know. We get our final two contestants here, Chantele. We're down to the nitty and the gritty. It is finally, after all of this time, we finally made it to, like, it feels like that should have been the finale. You know, like that.
Yeah,
me,
they should have got a winner after this.
How do you follow this up, you know? And so we do get our final two. And look, even in the final two toasts, she's still holding her chin. New York is never going to let that. She can still feel it. You know, like I could just feel it replaying in her mind.
It's so nasty.
So there you go. Our final two as we go into the finale. New York versus Hoops. Now, I have to ask, for all the marbles. Now, we're not actually going into the finale. We're actually going into the recap of the recap. And so we're going to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And before we get into the recap, I just want to fill you out. How do you feel about New York's chances to win the game? She's been spat on for this man. She didn't attack Pumpkin. She's clearly in love with him, or at least violently in love with him. Do you think she stands a chance to win the game? What do you think you would have known? Because you didn't know she got spat on. So do you think you would know if New York won Flavor of Love season 1?
I think I would have known.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have known, right? Because we know that I did know that she got a sequel of some. I know there's a sequel, and I know that she got her own show of some sort. So it just seems as though she doesn't win in the end, right? Or like, so right now, my most likely is neither of them win in the end. Okay. Then my second likely universe is that Hoops wins and not New York. And I think the third likely outcome would be that New York wins this season, or like gets the guy.
Okay, yeah, let's address the chat a little bit. Definitely a lot of people are just disgusted earlier. It's just like it's just so nasty, right? Shout out to all the people in the chat watching this live. We got the most viewers we've ever had, and for obvious reasons, because this is crazy. People are saying that we've seen Pumpkin in the real time, and it hasn't been looking great. But we do need to eulogize Pumpkin as our most recently eliminated contestant.
Brooke.
What did you think about Brooke this season?
I mean, obviously she was an excellent character this season. I don't really care for her as a person. And I don't think I'd like be friends with her in the house, but she was a needed character. Obviously with that moment this episode, she really catapulted New York into a new stratosphere. And so she helped facilitate New York becoming New York, and you got to thank her for that.
Yeah, and this is not the last time that you and I will talk about Pumpkin, not to spoil anything, but we will see Brooke again. And so people will have to tune in and follow our journey here. Hopefully they are subscribed to the podcast, Chantele. They have to come in and subscribe. recapkickback.com/subscribe. And you can watch us here on YouTube, youtube.com/@recapkickback, because this is the podcast where we talk about the Flavor of Love cinematic universe now, okay? This is where we are. So this is crazy. It's been so much fun. I'm so happy we got your live reaction. And
I'm so happy to give it. I'm so happy that I was like, oh, I don't even know if I gave a good reaction. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, you're saying like, I can't wait to watch it. I'm like, ooh, I hope it's good. It ended up being good. I'm like, whoo.
It's so far above what you could imagine is about to happen, because it doesn't happen. Like you said, you named the part on X on the Beach when that happened, but I can't name 5 times in reality TV history where something like this has happened. You know what I'm saying? So over decades, this still almost stands alone. You know, this is like chocolate and peanut butter levels of fame for reality TV, like the Richard Hatch speech. Like, it's up there. And so this has been so much fun. Thank you all, everybody in the chat. Please tune in next week. We're going to do the recap of the recap. It's just a clip show. We're going to talk about some of the moments we see in the clip show that we did not see prior to this. If this episode is taken off of YouTube, I'm so happy that you were here live, because we watched a lot of the show on here, a lot of clip, and YouTube normally don't play that.
It won't be taken off, but they might flag it, and then you can maybe mute some of the areas, or you can trim out the segment. We won't remove it, I don't think.
Okay, well, hopefully they let it slide the way it is. But yes, please tune in next week when we come in and yeah, we did commentary on this. So this is technically an educational video.
I know.
But yes, tune in next week. We'll talk about the recap of the recap episode, and then we'll get into our finale. And then on top of all of that, back in the day, Chantele, we used to have these things called reunion specials. And you get to see what happens when New York and Pumpkin are back in the same room. And so you're not going to want to miss.
Do I need another reaction?
No, we'll talk about that on the podcast. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely stuff to react to, but this was one of those things that just had to be cemented in history. It was like the Red Wedding. Chantele, thank you so much. It's been so much fun.
Of course. It's been like my pleasure. I'm so happy to be doing this with you.
Yes, and where can the people find you, follow you, and all that good stuff?
Just come hang out with me at Reality Realist with 3 S's on YouTube. I'm going to be going live after the episode of The Challenge, season 41. Episode 1 of the new season is tonight, so we'll be going live to talk about it, to see some of our friends, some of our foes battle it out. It's the vets and new threats this season. So yeah, Reality Realness, 3 S's.
All right, and then you can catch me here on Recap Kickback talking to Mari every week. This week we got into the show King's Court, and we talked about the Love Island drama, and so that will be out tomorrow. Yeah, I just want to say that I was right. I knew Kenny wasn't shit, and so if you want to hear my reaction to finding out what happened, that will be on the Recap Kickback YouTube page tomorrow. Our episode will be up, and so make sure you tune in for that. But yes, until next time. You all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. We will talk to y'all next week for the recap of Flavor of Love. Thank you and good night.
I've been trapped behind Suave Maria, isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreams. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I gotta see it. They say it's hard, but man, I gotta see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I wanna hold my breath. I'ma get in self.